Meantime, Prime Minister, I have to ask you about a report that was in the New York Times about allegations that your government, has basically secretly expelled more than 1,000 refugees by taking them, basically asylum seekers, in about 31 separate expulsions, sailing people to the edge of Greek waters, abandoning them in unsafe life rafts, which, as you know, is illegal under both international and European law. Can you tell me, on the record, has this happened?
No, it has not. And I want to be very clear, Christiane, we've addressed this issue also last time we spoke. Greece has every right, as every sovereign state, to defend its borders. We have a tough but very fair border management policy. And these types of reports are also an insult to our Coast Guard. Greek Coast Guard has saved literally tens of thousands of refugees and migrants at sea, and our islands have always provided shelter to those in greater need. But I should remind you that at the beginning of March, Turkey decided to weaponize the whole migration problem, and it threatened Europe and it threatened Greece to send tens of thousands of desperate people across the Greek border. At the time we said, no, this is not going to happen. We defended our border. There were similar reports. All these reports originate from the same source. All the reports essentially originate from Turkey. So I would argue that some of these reporters who do these types of exploratory journalism should be more careful in checking their sources.
Prime Minister,
I want to make it very clear.
The New York Times, I know you've...
Yes.
I know you've read the article, but
we've answered to the New York
Times has cited 3 independent watchdogs and 2 academic researchers, as well as you correctly say, the Turkish Coast Guard.
Yeah, so we've answered to the New York Times, and again, we are always on the watch, and if there's ever, Christiane, an incident of behavior that is not in line with what we have told our Coast Guard to do, it will always be investigated. But again, it is sort of strange that the finger is pointed at Greece when we know exactly what has been happening over the past months and how migrants and refugees, desperate people, were essentially weaponized by Turkey. And it is also very, very, very clear to me, and this was actually stated in the answer that we sent to the New York Times, that all these people who seek asylum in Greece come from a country that is safe for them. They're not in any danger in Turkey. For them, Turkey is a safe destination. So I do need to point out that when it comes to Turkey managing information, we've been victims of a significant misinformation campaign. But again, if there's any incident that needs to be explored, if there's any exaggeration at any given point, I'm going to be the first to look into it. Greece is a country that respects the rule of law. We've granted asylum to tens of thousands of people. A lot of them will find their way into Greek society. They will be properly integrated. We are working with Europe on a new migration and refugee pact. We want the Europeans to be partners in this effort. We don't want to be left alone managing this problem. We've actually been the first country to organize returns to countries of origin with IMO, the International Organization for Migration. So we have a comprehensive migration and refugee strategy, which, yes, at its premise, has the need to protect both our land and our sea borders.
Prime Minister Mitsotakis, thank you so much for joining us.